Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Enderal. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chosen to join me today as I check out, well, this little spot over here. I thought it was done. I was gonna say the Farmer's Coast, but it's not the Farmer's Coast that we're checking out right now. I thought it was done. This little farm over here. There are indeed quite a few farms. I've been avoiding them for the most part, and right now we are in a sort of a double whammy of a farm because there are two of them, and one of them is a bar, sort of, so an inn, I should say. So it's probably not a farm. So I guess, yeah, but I thought it was marked as a farm though. Okay, here we are. Yeah, it is marked as a farm. The other one, definitely. Oh, what was that sound? Why that sound? Also, why this place at all? Just because the designer wanted to? Yeah, you hear that sound? Oh, there's somebody cutting wood over there or something. Nest of a thieving magpie. Are thieving... oh no, off goes the nest. Off goes me as well. Are thieving magpies different from normal magpies? Or is it just... because that sounds like that might be for a quest or something. One of they'll like, I mean, these things, these little details and sort of extra aspects of random house in the middle of nowhere, that's only done by people who are doing this out of love, really. Because if you're doing this for your job, you're gonna be on a time schedule. You're gonna be, I mean, not that these people weren't the people who made the game weren't on a time schedule, but you know what I mean. They pour their heart and soul into this stuff, so it's only natural for things like that to show up. So we have a bunch of stuff that we haven't seen yet, especially around here. And we're also kind of out of quests to do out here, so I'm going to explore the Farmer's Coast. And eventually we'll go up there to kill the six hoof. Oh boy, that's going to be scary. I think we have most of the stuff done. Unless the north... well, there's going to be a lot of stuff over here, I would assume. And I don't think there's anything over there. There are roads that go up north, so maybe this is going to be interesting. I'm curious to see. So let us go north from here. Or did we come from the north? No, we came from over there. So let's go north and sort of clear out this area. This is east. Let's go and check that out. Also, let's check this out, because I have no idea what it might be. Looks like something... to do... oh, I didn't mean to take that. Something to do with beer, maybe. Put all that down. That sorting capability by value per weight is so good. In Skyrim, and in any Elder Scrolls game, really, every time you pick up... oh, yeah, we need to go over there. Every time we pick up... you pick up some random bowl or something, you're like, what did I just pick up? What was that? And then finding it, of course, it can be a nightmare. So we need to cross the river over there. I'm getting a little bit stuck over here. We also need to sleep. Didn't appreciate the gravity of our situation. So let's sleep in here, because this is the place where we can sleep. I should have... wait a minute. Didn't I sleep last episode? I thought I did. Hey, I can't tell the time because this game hates me. 7 p.m. No, I didn't.
Malfash's blessings.
I need a room.
And our room's looking for you. It's
yes.
good.
Yes.
We'll open up the room for you.
Thank you.
And please, no shady business.
No shady business? What?
Malfash's blessings.
What business do you think I'm gonna do in your room that is gonna be shady? I am gonna throw up on everything. How about that? Is that a good thing? Can I just vomit? Propellingly? Just really nasty stuff. Seriously, I didn't read that line though. I think he went on to say other things. No shady business. What? Cocaine? I don't think there's drug control in this world. It's not something you see very often in oh, you're gonna stay there now. That guy's gonna stay there. I don't think it's something you're gonna see very often in fantasy worlds. Well, actually, now that I say that, Morrowind and, well, actually, the Elder Scrolls definitely has drug controls for skooma. Because what exactly? Why exactly is skooma controlled. It's definitely used as a sort of a parallel for storytelling, you know, in between cocaine and just drugs and all that sort of stuff. Because that's usually the reason why. That's usually the reason why that. Well, you'd see something that doesn't actually make too much historical sense. Of course, this being fantasy, but something that you don't see making too much historical sense being included in fantasy games. That would probably be for being capable of telling, you know, real life stories in fantasy games. Like, for example, a skooma addict trying to, well, rebuild his life. Where, historically speaking, they would be trying to drop the vice because they were dying. Or other reasons. But not so much for rebuilding their life because, well, historically speaking, they are... I have my bow out because I know this is going to be filled up with enemies. Yeah, but historically speaking, they are probably not in big trouble for being addicts, because that's more of a very recent thing. People just didn't get discriminated for being drunks. I mean, they sort of did. And I say drunks, but I'm anything really. They sort of did, I'm sure, by some people. But as a general rule, not so much. Look at, like, Asia. And I say Asia, but I mean the Shin Empire. Is it Shin or is it Zin? Jin? I don't know. Basically China. And their relationship with opiates. Opioids? Yeah. Okay, so this is... Oh! Oh, that's probably a pheasant or something. It's seeing me. So I need to go up there. Yeah, this is looking good. We should have seen all of these things, mind you, but we didn't. And I'm not really sure why. Oh, because I fell on the river. That's why. Aha! And I wanted to go over there. That's right. That was my original intent. Yeah, but, like, even when I was a kid, I think I mentioned... Well, I've mentioned this recently in a... oh, it was in a Fallout Nevada Let's Play, or episode, about yellow eyes being a sign of liver damage. In Fallout Nevada that I'm Let's Playing right now, at the same time as I'm Let's Playing this game, I'm just going over here because I think that might be the actual path to up there. There's this character that the game identifies as a drunk or drunkard or smelling of booze or something like that, and one of the descriptions that the game throws at us is yellowed eyes, like the whites of the eyes are yellowed. And for some reason, I read that and I just, you know, didn't think much of it. But for some reason, it kind of reminded me. There's wolves about, and they're very close because, of course, I know that doesn't sound like they're close. And I'm pretty sure I've been here before. There's a dead traveler. I might have been here before. Medium backpack. Oh, it's pretty expensive. I'll take that. No, I have not been here before, because this is very obvious. That blood is actually put there on purpose. Nope, that's not a wolf. Matters not. There you are. And yeah, so basically the yellowed eyes reminded me of people who I would say knew, but not really knew, met when I was a kid, that had yellowed eyes, and as a kid I remembered that. That sort of struck me as noteworthy, of the yellowed eyes. And that would be generally older people or friends of my friends, or like family, extended family, I suppose, of my grandparents or something like that. And so I would, that's why I say it's not really knowing those people, but, you know, stuff like that. And I grew up and I still live in a relatively rural place. It's close to cities, but it's just that's just how Portugal is. Everything is very tightly packed, and some parts of Europe are quite like that. Like it's rural, but I don't have to drive like 50 miles to get to a shopping center. I have to drive 3. So yeah, I think we're good. Or to a cinema or something like that. Anyway, what I mean is the rural lifestyle is definitely here in the village that I live in. So Yeah, so I suppose that does change, or did change at the very least. I'm not going the right direction. Let's go though. Did change how people dealt with addiction, and specifically with drunkenness and addiction to alcohol. And I think even to this day, there are people that go to like there's a little bar, not a bar, a cafe, or basically a snack bar, close to my. Oh yeah, I came over here. I remember. Close to my, like very close to my house, and there's people that go there every day to drink wine and just drink or whiskey or whatever and just hang out with people. And that they do that every day. And while I'm not calling them alcoholics by any means, it's just it is a remnant of a time where people would actually get drunk and just absolutely passed out. Not passed out. Passed out is not the word. But anyway, just drunk every day and just, be that. And they were just normal, well, for the time and for their place, normal members of society. And those were the people that I'm sure had liver damage, which is the point. And the reason why I knew about this, because I looked up, why do I have yellow dyes, or why do people have yellow dyes? And it's apparently a sign of liver damage. And that place right there. That's all I have to say. That place right there. Every place, everywhere. Okay, let's see if I can get to there. I don't think so. We can! Fantastic. Grell's grave. Now watch the game crash because we're going into a grave. There's ghosts. So yeah, what I mean to say is, and the reason why I started this conversation is, even up until very close to today, people, and here specifically where I live, people would get drunk every day and still be regarded as normal members of society. And of course that would be specifically for men, because I also know of a case of a woman who would get drunk every day, and she was not seen as a normal member of society, despite actually being way less rowdy and way less bad. Oh, there it is. The crash machines. Way less bad to her family and to people around her than, well, her husband, who also got drunk every day. She was, or they used to be neighbors of mine, like right next door. And there's stories about them and all that, because that's how villages work. It's kind of a funny thing. Hi! I thought it was gonna be, there it is. I thought it was gonna be a Nern route or something. But not to be like a Vin route, I believe. Ooh, I am on fire right now. Also sneaking, which is great because that means that they can't see me, even though I'm on fire. Let's get that. This is looking deceptively dangerous. Let's go in through here. Nice, warm water dust. I say warm because I can't feel the heat, the cold. I imagine this would be very cold. What do I have over here? Medium backpack. Don't need that anymore. I have the amazing backpack. I don't actually remember exactly what I have. This, though, is amazing. I think this, more than anything, reminds me of Tomb Raider. Although there's not a lot of ledges to hang on to and all that sort of stuff, but just, I love it. Awesome stuff. I doubt those columns would sustain that much stone, but, oh crap. I thought there was an enemy. It's a good thing it isn't. Holy boy. Okay. Okay. And so, yeah, historically speaking, and if we model our fantasy onto not historical reality, but rather on the reasons for historical reality, then we shouldn't really urge or want to have addiction stories, or rather persecution of addicts in our fantasy games, because it makes no sense. Even in Morrowind, it's by law. It's in realities as well by law, to be honest, about the whole persecution of addicts. But still, in Morrowind, it's a very specific sort of law imposed by the Empire. It might be for economic reasons, which again kind of mimics what happens in reality, but still, kind of mimics. But I don't actually remember why skooma is prohibited in what are they called? Not Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil is the capital of the empire. But what is the name of the empire? I don't remember. My Elder Scrolls lore is failing me. I apologize. We have a rune sword over there. That doesn't matter. Health potion. That doesn't matter, but I'll still take it. This is a focus circulet. Circulet? I said circulet. I know what I said. Ice Spike, rank 1. I'm gonna need to look at these spells. Spellbooks. Rune Shield of Spell Breaking. I'll take that because I might not have that as a... yeah, look at that. Ice Spike, rank 3. As a spell. So I want that to make sure I can deconstruct it in the next enchanting table. Okay. And why did I start that whole conversation? I don't remember anymore. Hopefully you do. Hopefully it's not just a mad, chaotic rambling. Because that's my alignment. Chaotic ramble. There's another one. Shouldn't hold. There it is. Oh. It's an archer. The cutesy little guy. Is that gold? This is Corundum. That sucks. Corundum sucks. It doesn't suck that it's Corundum, actually. That'd be cool if I had actually looked at that. It's not the first time we see one of these effects, though. Just take these. I think there's an actual big tomb in here. But I was sort of expecting to find the... well, Grell, really. What do you know? Maybe it's this. How would we know? I have no idea. He has a loincloth, which probably means he's not very... well, I don't know. Maybe loincloths are considered a sign of, like, prestige or something in this society, which is probably Pyrian. I don't know. At this point, everything is Pyrian for me, because they just, oh, it's an ancient civilization of the people that were completely annihilated that nobody remembers anything of, and they died 200 years ago. And also we were born, and now are ready to be completely annihilated. Of course, the more severe implication of that particular sticking point in the lore analysis for me. Oh, did I break this thing? That's fantastic. The more serious implication is that the writers failed to realize that the historical bias that I keep talking about, keep going on and on and on about, because there is a tendency for history to be written in a way of, oh, this thing or this faction or this stuff was completely annihilated, when in fact it's only the upper echelons of those factions that get annihilated, or in examples that they are indeed the only things that get annihilated. It's completely possible for history to tell of complete destruction. So there will be a lot of people who not only would remember, but actually have been members of the faction. So I'm talking about Pyrians here, but of course I'm basing that on historical parallel. And when I say historical parallel, I mean record parallel of the stuff we have written today, where, like the Roman Empire. Oh, the fall of the Roman Empire. Not really. It's mostly about the... well, not really. Not really. It's a much vaunted... well, it's a very complicated subject, actually, in both in history and in... both historically, I mean, in both, and as well as in the perception of people, of what it is. So sociologically, I guess, would be a very complex... today, modern day sociology, I mean, it would be a very complex... I'm expecting that thing to pop up, by the way. Complex subject, the fall of the Roman Empire, but I think that is a very good example. There are other examples, specifically, for example, in Hellenic cities. and by Hellenic I mean ancient Greece. Specifically that as well. There's a lot of examples of, like, for example, Crete and what happened to Crete, and the Cretan empire, as it were, because it was an empire, and just the progress of that, and historically speaking, it's very easy for historians, and I know it's getting very meta right now when I say it's history inside history, but it's about the history of historians. So historically speaking, historians would look at Crete and say, oh, these guys, they died, they were annihilated, they're gone, and then this empire came, and because they see the archaeological register and just go, oh, look at this palace of Minos, and look at this, who made this? Nobody knows, and all that sort of stuff. And those historians from 100 or 150 years ago, or even a lot longer than that, those historians would just be showing precisely that bias that I'm talking about, the bias of just looking at the upper echelons and being like, well, they got completely annihilated. So in reality, what happens to the Pyreans, especially when we're talking about 200 years of distance, what would happen to the Pyreans would be, yeah, maybe they're politicians, well, I don't know if they were kings or whatever, emperors, or family or whatever, got completely destroyed. Maybe their trade routes got completely destroyed and broken in forever and all this sort of stuff. So this is the main entrance. Okay, this also looks amazing, by the way. Yeah, I figured I was getting in through the back door, and this is going to be an easy way to find the entrance that I wasn't able to find, because it was all mountains. I was ready not to be able to go to where I wanted to. I have no idea how you access this place. Yeah, it's that place, of course. That you see in the compass. Yeah, but basically, so yeah, maybe the Pyrean Empire would be completely destroyed in the sense that, as an empire, it would fall. The people of the empire, they wouldn't necessarily. They wouldn't all die. So I don't know. Also, oh my, I love this so much. The sun kind of spoils it a little bit because look at that. This area over here, when I look at this, that's so, I love, it's just awesome. So yeah, what I mean is, maybe the writers of this game are so used to that sort of depiction of the annihilation of civilizations, like the Cretan people, or like the Roman Empire, or the Greek cities, or the Huns, or the Gauls. Like, the depiction is so vastly different. What is that down there? The historical depiction, I mean, is so vastly different from what actually goes on that it's very easy for us to just base our stories on those biased, and base our history as well, not just our stories, but our history, on those biased depictions of, I say biased, but I mean just skewed is probably the word, depictions of historical occurrences. And then our stories tell irrealistic stories because they're based on irrealistic ideas of what actually happens in you know, with people. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I like to give the benefit of the doubt when we're talking about fiction. I like to think that it's on purpose, that or that I'm wrong. Like, I'm saying this, but I don't know. I'm just giving you a possibility of what it is, and I've been mentioning that throughout this Let's Play more than I think any Let's Play. So there's something definitely different and special about the writing in this game that makes me think about that. Because I go through Elder Scrolls and don't think about that. I think it might be, actually, now that I think about it, about why I'm taking on these subjects with these subjects with this Let's Play in particular. And where do I want to go? I want to go south, right? I want to go north. How do you get? Oh, through that. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And there is a farm up there. Of course, there's farms everywhere. It's Farmer's Coast. I think it is because of the way this game is written in the sense of story structure. I Holy crap, that girl. I thought she was rolling down the hill. No, she was just doing a cartwheel. Down the hill, which is massively impressive. But I think it might be because of the way this storyline is written, and conceptualized, rather, than actually written. Usually, video games are, or not just video games, movies even more, but video games in specific are very much based... Hello, Tinka.
Hello.
Hey, old blind man.
You're a foreigner, aren't you? I
No.
wish I'd have crossed the Red Sea once.
Hello.
Or
I didn't
seen
cross.
Kira, the Grand Bazaar. Ah, well.
Why are you
Hello.
asking if I've seen Kira? Did you ask if I've seen...
My dame.
How do you even know any of this stuff? Is it the smell? Because I don't bathe. Anyway, so how would he know? Or, I don't know. Let's not go there. This is the house of the old blind man. Can I get sneaky, please? Also, there's a person over here that I talked to you? Yes.
A fellow traveler. Ha! Greetings.
Trade?
You have? Well, sure. Let me see. Or tell me what you need.
He has a lot of money. I hate that whistling. Please murder that whistling. He has a lot of money, which is great. This rune bow, why do I have it? Sell. Moonstone ore. Well, let's keep that. Silver steel dagger, why do I have this? Must have picked it up by mistake. For sure, by mistake. Silver ingot, fine hat. And then potion of woe, fire, shock, and all that sort of stuff. Gold ore, keep it. Invisibility potion, just a couple should be enough. That sells blueprints, sausages, and sneak is better. Lockpicking, yeah, I don't need that. I'm now looking at stuff like, for example, this one. So I might want that. I might not want to sell that. And yeah, he has a lot of money. So I think we're good here for selling things. So I'm probably gonna keep mana regeneration potion, not potions, I guess, but clothing, staff of resurrection. That's gotta be really cool. Ancient crystal coins. So that we've been picking these up recently. We didn't have them before, I don't think. Eternal boots, sell, dagger of whatever. Mask of the Fallen. 210. Yeah, I don't need that. No, I don't need that. Over here, Apothecarius. Yeah, sure. Sell these. Nope, don't need any of that. Fortify enchanting, maybe. So a lot of blueprints over here, and I got a lot of these mages thing. I don't need that or that. That slow is nice though. 98 seconds. That is phenomenal. I'll sell all these. And that's that. Good. Also, we're out of time for today. So that is definitely that. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Enderal. I really hope you've enjoyed it, even with the chaotic rambles. Or maybe because of the chaotic rambles. Please let me know. It really helps me sort of direct where my commentary goes. But yeah, if you did enjoy it and you want to see the next episode, or if you didn't enjoy it and still want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, don't forget to leave a like down below to let me know, to make sure that that happens. But above all, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.